Hello engineers, this is Mr. Spaceman here with an updated showcase of my HV875C. This is a mobile crane system that I've been working on, a fairly simple one. It relies on 3 mods that you will more or less need. 2 of them are absolutely necessary, 1 can be replaced. The 2 necessary ones are for the wheels and control module, which is how you control the crane. The other one is for a enclosed gyroscope that could be replaced with a regular one. Now, controlling the crane is fairly simple. To deploy it, you'll simply press 1 on toolbar 4, but before you do anything else, you'll want to make sure that you're stopped. So, handbrake is going to be 1 on toolbar 1, and outriggers are 7 on toolbar 3. Once that's all deployed, you can deploy the crane. Again, that's 1 on toolbar 4. Once the boom is lifted enough that the hook arm is clear of the cab, that'll swing out of the way, and controls are now unlocked. Now that the controls are unlocked, you're free to swing the arm around. This is hooked up to a custom turret controller, so you can just use left and right on the mouse. To lower and raise the hook is E and Q, respectively. To raise and lower the boom is S and W, respectively. And to rotate the hook is D to rotate it clockwise, and A to rotate it counterclockwise. That's it for the controls. It's of course fairly simple. Like I said, the range is quite limited. It is only meant for small things like cargo crates, stuff like you see here on this trailer. You can lock the hook with 4 on toolbar 4. I think I still have that locked to the trailer. Oh, huh. That seems to be the deal. So, as long as your load is free, you can easily pick that up, move it around, do whatever you need to do. Now, one note that I want to make is that when you're ready to stow the arm, you want to make sure, firstly, that the hook arm is all the way retracted. And once it is, you will hear the pistons stop, like so. And you also want to make sure that the boom is pretty highly elevated. If it's any more than, say, 90 degrees to either side, because the arm may not have time to rotate into a neutral position before it's lowered all the way down. But as long as you've met those conditions, you can press 2 on toolbar 4, and that will start the retraction process. The arm will rotate back into place and store itself with the truck. And it's fairly out of the way this way. The first design that I had was much larger, used up a lot more space, so I was very happy with this one. Much more compact. Once you're ready to go, the truck is fairly stable. A little bit slow, only moves at about like 40 meters per second once you get up to speed. 37 meters per second. But since it's so heavy and the wheelbase is a little wide, it's pretty hard to get this thing to flip. You can get it up on some wheels, but that's about it. It's a fairly stable truck, and I'm also pretty proud of the signal system that I have set up here. When you're turning right, you have your right turn signal, and when you're turning left, you have your left turn signal, which is hard to see through the dust. And of course, if you want to stop, the brakes get a little more intense. It's hard to see through the dust still. But that's just a fun little system on the truck there. Anyways, I hope that you like this crane as much as I do, and it will be up on the workshop soon for anybody interested to download. Thanks for watching the video.